Okay, on this video we're going to show you how to set up a matrix tray for a waffle tray. As you can see here, we have 8 components for this video, so we can teach you guys. And the other thing with this machine, we have 20 feeders up front, we have 20 feeders in the rear. So this machine has a total of 40 air feeders. So it's very important you set up the waffle tray after the air feeders. So after the air feeders would be feeder 41. The first step is you want to bring the downlooking camera to the first IC. And that's what we're doing right now. You can use the software as a guide. And you want to match the crosshairs to the first component. You want to get it right on the center. Once you do that, you want to open the feeder list window. As you'll notice, we already have 40 preset feeders. So the matrix tray is going to be feeder 41. So we want to go to add a feeder. As you can see here, we have feeder 41. We have the X and the Y. We have nozzle 1. And we're going to need to figure out the Z value for Z1 and Z2. Okay, so we'll add a feeder. Now, an easy way to figure out the Z, you want to bring head 1 or head 2 underneath the component. And the way you can do this is on the software, you want to open calibrate. That's a calibrate there. Once you open calibrate, you want to click on camera offset. And as you can see, you have head 1, head 2, and we're going to try the offset. Check it out. When you try the offset for head 1, now head 1 is underneath the first IC. Okay? So the next step is bringing down the Z. For this, you want to use this minimal steps like a 10. There you go, 10. And you want to get the nozzle flush to the part. Okay, let's see. As you can see here, we have 75 steps. Okay. Now it's very important to bring the Z back up so you won't break it. Now we go back to the offset as a go back button. And when we press go back, now the downlooking camera is back to where it was. So now we can go back to the feeder list and we can input the Z on feeder 41. 75 for head 1 and 75 for head 2. Now if you look at this section, this is the manual feeder section. The first step is we highlight 41, which we already have selected. And now we click on manual tray feed. That activates it. Now we have to find out the X steps. So the X steps is the distance from component number 1 to component number 2 on X direction. So let's figure that out. You can move the downlooking camera. Once you have that, you want to input that value. We figured out it was 2,000 steps. Now let's do the same thing for Y. Let's figure out the distance on the Y direction. Okay, you can use the downlooking camera on the software. And then you want to input the value. For Y is negative 2,320 for this matrix tray. So the next step is the loop. Let's figure out the loop, the X and the Y loop. So the loop is how many components? On X we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on Y we have 2. So we go back here. We input 4, we input 2. Okay? Now we can give it a test. Let's try to pick up the first component. Picked it up, throw it away. Okay. And wherever it says reset, it shows you the component. So we already picked up the first one. Now we can try to pick up the second one. Pick up, throw away. Let's pick up the third. Throw it away. Let's pick up the fourth. Throw it away. And we could pick up the next one. Okay, number 6, put away. Number 7, throw it away. And finally, number 8, throw it away. And if you go back to the timer, it's going to be back at 0. Okay, and that's how you set up a waffle tray or a matrix tray.